So this week we've talked about a lot of things. We've talked about how the management hasn't done enough, how the management hasn't brought enough players this January transfer window. We've talked about how Arthur Zwane needs more help at Kaizer Chiefs, maybe a set piece coach, a defensive coach, a striker coach, and all those things are needed. However, we still have players who are good enough to score tap-ins, yet in recent games they've not been doing that. We have players who are good enough to trap the ball and clear it away from our own box, yet our players have not done that. We have players who are good enough to run to our box and add numbers to make sure when we're defending, we have enough people at the back. Our players have not done that. You do not need tactical superiority for your players to run back and mark. You do not need tactical superiority for your players to score a tap-in. You don't need tactical superiority. You just need players to show up at some point. We're busy talking about how Zwane this, Zwane that. Chiefs has been changing our coach season in, season out. But it seems like we've invited this same breed of players who might be average, as people are saying, but if an average player is hungry, they can do whatever that they want to do. Greek won the Euros in 2004. That was not a good team that was expected to win in 2000. Nation in that team, we want to win this game. And because of that, each team will play together and fight for what they believe in. We've seen a lot of teams that were seen as average performing better because you can see there is a fighting spirit in the team. In our team, we don't see that. We just see players who are just walking around and they are not doing much. We've seen our players not showing up in games where we've needed them the most. Ipet day, Kaizer Chiefs, January, they lost against Sekhukhune. What a poor game. We need a response against Amazulu and we had a chance of going second on the log. We lose 4-0 against Amazulu. We need a response after losing 2 back-to-back games against Sekhukhune and Amazulu. Amazulu were not winning any game. And then again, we come to Sundowns, our players do the same thing. We lose a game. Now, we have lost 3 back-to-back games and now we have to win and show up again. But the thing is, I will keep on saying this again. The deciding factor in most of the games that Kaizer Chiefs has been playing this season is whether or not players show up. Go watch the game that we played against Orlando Pirates. Our players were there with everything in them. They were playing, they were committed, and Yonkinto seemed to be okay. You cannot just bring it down to Uguti we lost to Bloom. You cannot tell me Uguti Sundowns won the game against the Chiefs because they just ran through our midfield. Because if that was the case, ngabe they won 7-8 goals to 0. But no, we're the ones who are creating more chances. We're the ones who are missing chances. Sundowns sasi pressure into making mistakes. Yet when it came to tapping the ball in, saslulek. Yet when it came to tracking back Sundowns when they were attacking us, we failed to do that. So by that, Chiefs can have all the good players that we have if bengekho kule mindset yokuthi we are playing for Kaizer Chiefs and we are representing this team. There are fans who are emotionally attached to this team who get hurt when this team loses. Then the Chiefs is still going to be in trouble. We can talk about Zwane, bring in another coach. They will still throw that coach under the bus. There are players who have no business being at Kaizer Chiefs. I'm not talking about Guti, the signings were average. No. I'm talking about players who are just sitting with Chiefs. They know they won't be playing with Chiefs, but it's in their comfort zone and they don't care. Because they know Guti, they're going to go back, be played again and not perform again. The second thing that I want to talk about is umangete kwa yena ngiyamthanda to death. Before abantu bethi aniyeke uZwane mnikezeni chance, uZwane needs to start using ama-subs. You really need to start using ama-subs. We cannot keep Caleb grounding for 70 minutes engasinikeze lutho. We cannot continue to keep uFrosla noHlanti ama-wing back that are supposed to be providing you with upfront stretching ama-defenses of the teams that we're playing against. Ekubeni beyiwokhele grounding. We cannot continue to keep them grounding bengasinikeze lutho. we cannot continue even umshini ngamthanda, but at some point naye kumela kahlaliswe benchini because uSithebe performed better in the previous game to show ukuthi if you don't perform you go out, because then if you keep players who are underperforming in the team, you are giving the impression to those players one ukuthi you can play however badly you want, you will still stay in the team. And that is why a lot of people are saying Mangete is favorites and all that stuff. But you cannot really keep players who are underperforming in the team and expect them to improve. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please do smash the like button and subscribe to this channel. In this channel, we speak everything Kaizer Chiefs, we preview, review matches, and we have my live streams every weekday at 7:30. The second thing that you are doing if you are keeping players who are underperforming in the team, you are basically telling the players who are on the bench, it does not matter how well you perform. I already have my starting 11 and that will not change whether you perform well or not. And that's the message that you don't want to communicate to your players, because everyone who's in the team, everyone who's in not just the starting 11, not just the 15 or 18 who make it to the match day squad, but everyone who is in that camp must believe ukuthi I can have a chance playing for Kaizer Chiefs. But if you always keep the same players be underperform benjalo, then you are giving the impression yokuthi nope, it doesn't matter who performs how, I'm keeping my team as it is because these are the players that I've kept. Otherwise, I'm just hoping Uti Chiefs bounces back at this point, because we still want to play in the Champions League. Yes, there will be a Super League, but now we haven't had much being announced by Uguti. It's even still continuing. So I would rather qualify for Champions League and know Uguti we are playing continental football, continental football next season than this thing of just fighting for a top 8. We're Kaizer Chiefs and we can do much better. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you before the game, kusasa 45 minutes before it starts. And until next time, remember, equals alphelo moya.